What exactly is a virtual assistant? You know, people ask me that all the time. And since I've been a virtual assistant myself since 2001, it's pretty easy to describe to people. But I find that they still don't totally understand. So that's what I want to share with you today. I want to demystify the virtual assistant world a little bit for you. Hi, I'm Kathy Goughenour. I am the business coach and trainer for virtual expert training. So what is a virtual assistant? Well, a virtual assistant is self-employed. So she has her own business. Now you're going to hear me saying she a lot because 99% of all virtual assistants are women. You can be a virtual assistant if you're a guy, but for some reason, men are not as drawn to this industry as women are. My theory is that women love to support others. And as a virtual assistant, that's what you do. You support business owners and entrepreneurs. So you are self-employed, you do own your own business, and you're called an independent contractor, or you might have heard it called a 1099 contractor. That means you are not an employee. The services that you can provide anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter if you're location independent. Me personally, I live in the middle of a national forest. My town only has 50 people in it. Mostly we have cows and fish because I live on a Ozark stream. My entire county only has 7,000 people in it. And because I live in a national forest, I have to drive an hour to get to the closest grocery store. So I wasn't able to live there. My dream home is what it is. I wasn't able to live there as long as I had what I call a job, you know, where you work for somebody else, because then you have to go into an office at a time they want you there and at the location they want you. As a virtual assistant, you can literally work anywhere in the world as long as you have internet. And that's pretty much anywhere in the world now. I shouldn't say many, several of the virtual assistants and virtual experts that I know, that I have personally trained, they live in an RV and they travel all over the US. One virtual assistant who was born and raised in Germany, when she started her VA business, her goal was to become location independent. She wanted to sell all of her belongings and only have 2 suitcases that she could travel the world with. And a year after she started her business, that's exactly what she did. And now she's been doing that for over 2 years. And recently, right now she's in London, and she said it's cold and rainy. And last time I saw her, she had like so many scarves on, it was unbelievable. And before that, it was winter, and she was in Canary Islands. And before that, she had gone back home to spend a couple of months with her family in Germany. This summer, she'll be coming to the U.S. and spending some time in her favorite city, which is New York. And then she'll be coming to Missouri in April for our live event. We have a live event just for VAs. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of what I mean by location independent. But maybe you're like me and you just want to live where you want to live and stay there and not travel. I don't like to travel that much. And work from your house. That's what you can do as a virtual assistant. You get to choose when, where, how long you work. You get to choose the services that you provide. So did you ever work for somebody, for a company, and they said, yeah, I know you said you'd like to be a bookkeeper, but we've decided that you should be an IT person and work in the computer room. Well, that happened to me. I didn't want to be a bookkeeper. I was a writer and a marketer, and they decided that I should be a computer IT person, and they moved me into the computer room. Now, if you know me at all, you know I am terrible at anything tech. So within just a very short couple of weeks, I had crashed the computer. They're big, fancy, room full of computers twice, and they moved me out of there. And I was really, really glad. But as a virtual assistant, nobody's going to tell you what you have to do. You get to choose. In fact, if you have a client who says, could you also do bookkeeping and writing and this techie thing, you can say, I only do writing, or I only do bookkeeping, or yes, I can do all three, whatever you want to do. So who do you provide services for? Well, as I mentioned, you work for business owners and entrepreneurs, but let me give you some specific examples. Real estate agents, chiropractors, dentists, landscapers, business coaches, health coaches, speakers, authors, you name it, you can work for them as long as they're willing to allow you to work virtually. Why are people willing to allow you to work virtually? Because they save a lot of money by hiring virtual assistants who are independent contractors rather than having to hire employees. Even part-time employees will cost them more than a virtual assistant. So that's why virtual assistants have become so popular. So what kind of other services might you offer? Well, you can offer everything from tech services to creative services and everything in between. So what are tech services? Well, that could be something like setting up a WordPress website or running Infusionsoft. And that's a type of software that a lot of entrepreneurs use. There are so many different types of software programs available these days that I couldn't even begin to name all of them. Just know if you like doing something slightly techie or very techie, you are needed in the virtual assistant world. Then on the other extreme are creative things like creating images. You know those memes that you see on Facebook, for example, or the inspirational photos with branding logos on them and inspirational quotes? Those are often created by virtual assistants. And then another creative thing I kind of mentioned already is writing. What might you write? Well, I blogged. I blogged for real estate agents, and then I changed my target market and blogged for professional speakers. So that's some ideas of what you can do in the creative world. And then the in-between stuff are things like bookkeeping, marketing, and just anything that a business owner needs done. I used to joke that the only thing that a virtual assistant could not do was deliver coffee. And now they still can't personally deliver it necessarily because you want to be virtual, not have to drive to somebody's place, but they can have it delivered. So there's really nothing that you can't do. So I just want to offer you, if you would like to learn more about exactly what it is that you might want to do as a virtual assistant, how to move from the corporate world, if that's where you have been, into the virtual assistant world, I have a free 5-day challenge called New Career, New You. And if you just click the link, you can go straight there, go to the 5-day challenge, sign up, it's free. And it will literally step you through 5 different sessions where you will learn what you might do as a virtual assistant and how you might start your own virtual assistant business. Thanks for listening. It's Kathy Goughenour. Bye, everybody.